In this video, I review the comic book Rick and Morty Presents Jerryboree #1. And I hope by the end of this, you'll be able to decide whether or not you want to spend all of your blips and chits tokens on this. Welcome to my channel. I'm Ryan Dagley. I'm an affordable treasure hunter, comic collector, and a big fan of the Rick and Morty series. If you're also any of those things, hit the subscribe button. I'm definitely going to be reviewing more of the Rick and Morty comics here in the future, so if you stick around, you'll be able to see those. Anyway, let's dive into this comic. For this book review, I'm going to assume that you're approaching Rick and Morty fresh, that you don't know anything about it. And the truth is, you really don't need to know anything about Rick and Morty to enjoy this comic thoroughly. In Jerryboree, a group of mostly similar clones named Jerry go to a futuristic arcade called Blips and Chits, where they're hosting an event for all Jerrys called Jerryboree. We follow one Jerry who is numbered X198 on his shirt as he explores the different games in this futuristic arcade. Different from regular arcades, Blips and Chits has games that either lead to severe physical consequences or really deeply scarring psychological traumas. And even with all of these challenges that the amusements present, the reader grows more and more frustrated with Jerry as he struggles his way through them. And I think, well, because Jerry's an idiot and he just doesn't get it. Eventually, Jerry himself gets very frustrated as he continues to lose at these amusements. That's until another Jerry tells him about the grand prize at Blips and Chits. It's something called the God Pill, and it takes something like, 10 trillion tickets. But this becomes Jerry's new mission for the day. He wants to get that God Pill because that God Pill grants you temporary powers of God. As Jerry then forces himself to rise to the challenge and win game after game, we watch him experience love, we watch him experience loss, and ultimately, I'm about to spoil it, I'm gonna spoil it, it's gonna get spoiled right now. When he does get that God Pill, he experiences enlightenment. And with that enlightenment, Jerry gains a new knowledge. To be Jerry is to live in pain. And with that, Jerry kills all the other Jerrys before killing himself. That's haunting. There's a very silly Rick and Morty style punchline to this, and I'm not gonna give that away in case you go out and decide to buy the comic after this, which I highly recommend. I really enjoyed how thought-provoking this comic was, and I recommend it for anybody who's just getting into comics or anyone who's a big fan of the series. What I think comic fans will love are the incredible single-page shots like this that really stand out by itself. It says everything that it needs to. It doesn't need to really fit into the story. It's just a great piece of art. Readers might really enjoy the pace of the comic as the text is pretty limited and the art is minimalist, but it's very impactful per panel. We don't need a whole lot of text to explain what's going on here. Now, while I think most will like this comic, I do think that some of the more picky fans of Rick and Morty may not like some of the depictions of the characters, and it does seem that in the comics that they don't have starry pupils like is featured in the cartoon. So those are just two tiny things. Overall, really fun comic. So here's the cover of Rick and Morty Presents Jerryboree. What I love about this is we've got Sleepy Jerry right in the middle. We've got this cat Jerry who really doesn't play much of a part in here, but it kind of shows why I said that there were similar types of clones. And then finally, this very specific type of Rick and Morty mouth. I love that. I love that it's on the cover. It makes me laugh every time I see that. And that was my quick review of Rick and Morty Presents Jerryboree. This comic came out in March of 2021, so you may still find it in some shops depending on when you see this video. If you like this type of review, or if you want to see more about Rick and Morty comics, I'm definitely going to cover more in the future, so please subscribe to my channel. Like this button so that the algorithm helps me out. And I hope to see you again here soon. I'll do more, just let me know. I've got like Crumbopulous Michael. I've got a lot of the other ones. If you want me to crack open that CGC's signature series and do a review of that, let me know in the comments below. Yeah, I probably won't do that.